Hey you guys, it's your girl Lady T. Welcome back to Lady T Got the Tea. And of course, like any other time, I'm going to give you the tea. Whether it's on cakes, DIYs, or Diddy trials. So let's go, y'all. So today started, the trial started today with opening statements for Sean Diddy Combs and the federal you-know-what trafficking trial. Prosecutors focused on Combs' alleged by and Mr. Combs' first day of trial consisted of opening statements and a couple of witness statements. So opening statements from the prosecutions focused on Combs' alleged brutal abuse of Cassandra Cassie Ventura and another former girlfriend, while the defense argued that these were voluntary relationships with capable, strong adult women. The proceedings are taking place in New York, of course, and I think everyone knows the charges. We are talking about racketeering, conspiracy, blank trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pled not guilty to the charges, of course. So the trial started with like I said, the opening statements, and then we had our first witness, Daniel Phillips, which is, I believe, a code name. So he was testifying as a blank worker. He said he was offered $4,000 before any sexual encounters or massaging took place at the first time he met Miss Ventura. Sean Combs' attorney, Xavier Donaldson, is making Phillips describe the encounters in painstaking details, including asking for exact layouts of the hotel room and Combs' precise location in the room. Weird. But hey, Xavier, so that's the lawyer for the defense, is leading the cross-examination of Daniel Phillips. His questions to Phillips have been a bit all over the place, ranging from asking him about the search practice of the male strippers business. So basically asking them how do they kind of work, what's their thing, how do they work all this out to meet up and things like that. Phillips used to work for a manager to question about why he was chosen to meet Cassie for the first time at a Gramercy Park hotel, it looks like. Phillips said he would occasionally dance for women should the need arise. On that particular day, a black male stripper was explicitly requested, which is why Phillips was sent, he said. Phillips was under the impression that it was for a bachelorette party at the time, he said in his earlier testimony. So, yeah. So then we got Diddy's lawyer, Brian Steele's, coming in for a cross-examination of the security guard, Israel Flores, who encountered Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura during the 2016 altercation that was at the hotel. Steele repeatedly asked Flores why he didn't include certain details on his report at the point of unidentified. So he recollected that he saw an unidentified man in Combs' hotel room. He also had said, Flores had ready and competent response to Steele's questioning. In one exchange, Steele began asking Flores about the details of a presidential suite. Flores interjected nothing that Combs was not staying in one. So he was trying to, I guess, confuse the man and say that it was a presidential suite. And he was saying no, because they were not they were on the 6th floor and there's no presidential suite on the 6th floor. It was basically like, I don't think so. Also, during cross-examination, Sean Combs' attorney Brian Steele's questioned former security guard about the money Combs offered Flores. The officer said he thought Combs was offering a bribe, but Steele seemed to suggest that Combs may have been offering money to pay for damages. Flores testified that when he first encountered Combs, Flores told the hip-hop mogul that he would have to pay for any damages to the hotel. Flores is being confronted on cross-examination about why he omitted from a hotel incident report a couple of compelling details about his interaction with Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura at the Intercontinental in Century City in 2016. The defense lawyer Brian Steele is pressing Flores on why he did not document two things that he told the jury today: that he saw Ventura with a black eye after responding to a distress call from her, that Combs ordered her not to leave the hotel room. Flores testified that he remembered the event clearly, including those key details, even though it happened roughly 9 years ago. I remember most of the incident, sir. Flores, a former security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel, testified that he recorded hotel footage on his phone but did not download it from the hotel computer because he did not have access. Flores said he discussed the incident with the supervisor that day, as well as during a briefing with security guards on the next shift. Flores also sent an incident report describing what happened. He said he tried to view surveillance footage again a couple of days later after another guard said he wanted to see it. When Flores searched for the footage on the hotel system, he couldn't find it. Flores, who is now a Los Angeles police officer, showed his colleague the footage he took off his phone. That's crazy. A second video shown to jurors despite security officer Flores trying to calm down Sean Diddy Combs in the hallway of the hotel in 2016, while Combs can be seen shouting at Ventura down the hallway. Moments later, Ventura, wearing an oversized black hoodie and jeans, returns to the entryway of their hotel room and said she wanted to get her phone and belongings. She left the hotel a short time later. A short time before the recording, Combs violently attacked Ventura near the elevator. He punched, kicked, and dragged her before storming off and returning to charge at her with a glare as she used common area phone to call for security. Combs pretty much started to argue again. I'm trying to de-escalate, and I'm telling him to go back in the room, Flores testified. Former security guard Flores said he recorded the footage taken at the hotel on a cell phone. He could show his wife what happened. Otherwise, he's saying that's why he recorded. Otherwise, Flores testified she might not have believed him. While recording his video, Flores can be heard in the background commenting on how shiny his shoes are. The first video played for the jury shows Cassie in front of the elevator bank with her hoodie pulled over her head, face bending over to put on a pair of shoes from a bag. As she's putting on her shoes, Combs strides into view wearing a towel wrapped around his waist as a pair of wrapped around his waist and a pair of socks. The video shows Combs forcefully throwing Ventura down to the ground and kicking her, then drags Ventura by the hood of her sweater down the hall. Ventura sits up and walks to a phone by the elevator. Combs follows her, and the pair appear to have a back and forth with Ventura's belongings in Combs' hand. Combs goes after her again, taking her off camera, reflected in a mirror in the hallway. Combs can be seen taking a seat on a chair positioned by the wall, grabbing a base and throwing it at Ventura. Oh boy. The hotel security officer Flores told jurors that he approached Ventura outside the hotel after her violent interaction with Sean Diddy Combs in the hotel hallway in 2016, but a bodyguard tried to block their interaction. Flores said he wanted to see if Combs' girlfriend was okay and if she wanted him to call for the police. He found her cowering in a corner after Combs attacked her, but the officer had not yet seen the video of what had transpired. So it says, Flores describes being offered a bribe by Sean Combs after the guard was called to Combs' floor. Flores witnessed Combs, Cassie Ventura have a back and forth with Ventura saying she wanted to leave and Combs insisting she not go. Ventura eventually grabbed her belongings and left. After Combs tried to re-engage with Ventura, Flores said he told Combs to stay in the room. Then, according to Flores, Combs called for him, his hands outstretched with a stack of money, and told the officer not to tell anyone about what he saw. He said, "I don't want your money, Flores," is what he told Combs. Former hotel security officer Flores testified that he got off the elevator on March 5th, 2016 at the Hotel Century City to find Sean Diddy Combs in a towel and socks and acting strangely. He was on a chair, slouched down, and he was like in a blank stare. Flores testified Monday about his encounter with Combs. The best way I could describe it was like a devilish stare. Ventura, who was assaulted in the hallway on the floor, was cowering in a corner and covering her face, according to Flores. He says, "If you guys are going to argue, you guys have to take it back in your room." Jurors are expected to see alarming video of Combs beating and dragging Ventura's before Flores encountered them. Flores had not yet seen footage of what had transpired. Boy, oh boy. So, that was most of the testimony. Was mostly about the incident in 2016 from the former security guard and one of the ex-workers that I believe they have a code name for. So tomorrow's testimony should be from Cassie, and we will pick up on that. If anything juicy comes in between, I will give you guys the tea. But here's what you need to know about the Diddy trial. Let me know down in the comment section what you think is gonna transpire in this trial. I seem to think it might be some twists and turns that we're not expecting. But I do hope that justice is served, whatever way that is, and God see fit. But yeah, let's talk about it down in the comment section. It's your girl, Lady T, and always here with the T. I got you on the next one. Peace.